Attention, attention, attention. This is team yacht number 9, Yankee Uniform Echo, announcing that the recording for the net has begun. TY9 YUE.
Attention, attention. This is your TownNet C of the day. I am your net controller, Tinyat number 4, Lima Echo India. I'm taking check-ins now. So if you're there and like to join, please check in.
Tin number 3, Whiskey November Golf.
Team yacht number 9, Yankee Uniform Echo.
Ticket number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha.
Tinette number 2, Golf Alpha Papa.
Unit number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
Tin Yacht number 2, Golf Echo India.
Tin number 2, Delta November Golf.
Okay, I have Tinyat number 3, Whiskey November Golf. Tinyat number 9, Yankee Uniform Echo. Tinyat number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha. Tinyat number 2, Golf Alpha Papa. Tinyat number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf. Tinyat number 2, Golf Echo India. Tinyat number 2, Delta November Golf. Is there anyone else who would like to check in? You may begin now.
Unit number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Okay, I got Tinyat number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf. Okay, so in this Net. I'll start with the topic, and we'll have a 3-minute timer for everyone. And if feel free to like continue on with the topic or change the topic. So the topic of today is during after you're ordained as a Taos here. I'm wondering, have anyone encountered like any visuals or paranormal, something paranormal or anything like? I know for Sajan it's pretty normal, but I was wondering like, have anyone encountered like anything paranormal, or you see something or a spirit or anything ever since you ordained here, or if you have not, would you like to see like what's on the other side? I'll begin with Tenya number 3 Whiskey November Golf.
Tanya number 3, Whiskey November Golf. So even before I was ordained, I did see things, but it comes to find out that was like e-gods and e-crap. After I ordained, I didn't really see much. I was more like, you know, I don't know, I was always tired. So I didn't really, and plus I was never really awake most of the time to see things or just experience life in general. I think it took me like 2 months to get out of that. But recently, like ever since I think filing for the divorce, yeah, that was, we all know that situation. Yeah, I don't do no ghosts. I kept hearing things in that house, and it's crazy because he always be like, "Did you hear that? Did you hear like that banging sound or this?" And I thought he was like high key, like, well, I already knew he was crazy, but like, I thought he was just being himself. And then when he left and he got kind of kicked out of the house, I started hearing it, and I'm like, hold on, what? And I remember I reported it, and so John was all like, yeah, just go to the basement where you hear it, and like just cleanse the area and bust some e-crap. And like at first I was like doing it upstairs, and when I passed the fan it sounded like somebody was banging on the walls, and I was like, oh heck no. And that's when I was told to go to the basement, and I was like shaking, and it just felt so uneasy down there in the basement, and that's where AK was all the time. And then also that one night, it just felt very uncomfortable too. I left and I came back, and when I came back, I saw something sitting on the couch, and it was you. I was like, oh hell no. And I turned off all the lights and I ran out, and then I think that's around the same time when I sent the picture of my Hello Kitty slippers and me in my like little neon orange shirt and booty shorts, and I also had a bonnet on too. I was like, we ain't doing this. We're going to Kansas City. Drove 2 hours because I ain't dealing with no ghosts, or you. So yeah, back to you. Tanya number 3, Whiskey November Golf.
Wow, I remember.
Lee, you got cut off.
Oh, yeah. I actually, I remember we did spend, after that, we spent like a night there at the AK house. And that house that was really ghosty. Like you talking about the banging noise downstairs at the AK basement. I couldn't sleep. Like I heard banging. I like, damn, what is that? Like, then I immediately, I took the fan, I took the spray bottle, I took it to bed. I had it like right next to me. I was like, there better not be nothing. I'm a spray. I'm a whack the fan with this. Uh, yeah, and I kept hearing banging noise. I like, all right, I can't sleep. I got up and fanned the house. I sprayed around, and I did remember I report online like I can't sleep. Like this is I kept hearing banging noise. I was like, there's all type of activity in that house. Like you just feel like somebody's like, I don't know. It feels like danger. It doesn't feel comfortable at all. Yeah, I was on edge when I was at AK house. Yeah, and the fire alarm somehow it kept going off. I like, why is it going off? Like, it was crazy. Like, yeah, we after that, like, next morning, we just packed our bag. We got out of there. Like, I ain't staying here. And that night, I went to sleep. I dreamt of a naked guy. Like, his dude was naked. Like he, I don't know. He had his shirt off and stuff. Like, nah, you ain't gonna make me gay. So I'm like, we gotta get out of here. So, yeah, that was kind of like the story with that. But let's go to Tinyat number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha.
Tinya number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha. Good evening, everyone on the net. Shijang Gijang. Paranormal activity since I've been with the lineage. I've moved twice since I've been here in the lineage. And the first house I was in, I threw away a lot of stuff, just like what people have been experiencing. You know, there was a lot of stuff attached from previous lifestyles and people throwing away stuff, kicking it down the stairs and that. Once I got all that done, I didn't really experience any kind of paranormal things until I got to my next home. And then I saw things. I saw things floating around, different shadows moving around in the house and stuff like that. But I knew where it was from. It was because my neighbor next door, because I lived in like a side-by-side duplex, the neighbor next to me was a person who was always collecting things from thrift store. She always liked to go thrifting and going to the Goodwill store and bringing things home from there. And I knew that was where it was coming from. So sealing up my place was really necessary for me so that I could stop experiencing that. And then I moved to my new home here. And I haven't, because, you know, Shajwan set it up, I have a formation in the home and around the home. I haven't seen anything in this house except for when stuff got loose. And then I saw like black smoke along the ground when I was actually getting rid of some stuff out of the house. And it had followed or maybe manifested somehow in the house and did the e-busting that way. But as far as like noises, banging, whispering, voices, stuff floating in the air or anything like that, no, not really. Most of the time, if I experience anything like that, I'll have it in my dreams, and even then, it's very limited. So, ticket number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha.
That's quite nice. Like after the formation setup, like you don't see much because everything is sealed off. Personally, me, I only saw the only time like in the beginning, like the very beginning when I'm seeing all type of stuff, but gradually it went away. But during the Patty house sale case, yeah, I was seeing witches. Like they're coming from outside the house, and then they crawling all over the house, and then there's that big giant eyeball. Like it seems to be like outside the house, and there was or they attacked me during sleep. I saw this ghastly figure, all smoky. That was during the time when I had that Patty attack. Like we were fighting over the house sale, and I was going over there. But after that, after the house sale was over, things kind of cooled down again. And yeah, me myself, it's a lot more peaceful nowadays. I don't see too like once in a while I see something, but it's from my sleep. But not like if I catch something tagging me, it's from the outside. But I'm mostly feeling safe inside as well. How about Tinyet number 2, Golf Alpha Palpa?
Yacht number 2, Golf Alpha Papa. Thank you, Net Controller. Good evening, everybody. Sijuan Kichang. I want to say that since ordaining, I definitely have had like a lot of weird dreams, like weirder than ever before. And some of them were pretty vivid. I mean, I've had weird dreams before where it seemed like there's some crazy shit like grudge witch type of shit going on. But as far as like in the waking world in like D8, I've seen shit out of the corner of my eyes. You know, like maybe shadows here and there, but not anything so pronounced as you lay Siang. Um, I want to say when we first moved in here, there was definitely like at my grandmother's house, there was definitely like a lot of weird noises, like you know weird things that were happening in the house, and we attributed to like you know maybe it was just the old house shifting or like one of the critters because there's like squirrels and shit that might have gotten a little too maybe even inside one of the rafters or inside the crawl space. I will say that I've always I've always like seen like colors and like shadowy lights and shit, but I kind of like started ignoring it. That like that's from like the younger days when I got caught up in the DIY spirituality shit. You know, like everybody was seeing auras, and I was like, well, you know, it's like what the fuck, you know, I wasn't necessarily seeing auras, so I wonder if could see auras or whatnot, and started with looking at this the Magic Eye book. I don't know if anybody remembers those. It's like books with all these crazy colors and like scenes, and you got to look at them a certain way, and then the image will pop out. And then what started happening after that was like if I like stare at something long enough, it's like something would start like kind of like almost like some kind of. And I think it was like maybe mental illness or my mind playing tricks on me. And then there's times that like, you know, I was like shrooming and I'd see like faces in the trees. Like one time I saw this one really big face looking at me like it was like looking at me like, what the fuck are you doing looking at me? And I'm thinking the same thing. Um, but as far as like since been with the lineage since we've been with the lineage and since we had the house cleanse, it's a lot of the really weird shit that was happening as like yeah, I haven't noticed it. Maybe Gay has, I don't know. But I definitely haven't. Other than the crazy weird dreams and those odd hours of the night. Yacht number 2, Golf Alpha Papa.
That's quite similar to what I experienced, or I would say a lot of people experience here, um, especially a lot of people here. Like after they kept seeing their ex family a lot. Yeah, that's like a common dream here for some reason. Uh, but for me, like I kept seeing the ex family, like even before, like it's somehow it kept like showing like I'm always in that old house again with the ex family with that very old house on Independence Avenue, for some reason. Like it's never like in this new house. It's just the old house and the ex family. Um, Things happen during there, and yeah, it's like a repetitive dream. But I know what you're talking about, like faces in the trees. I remember back then when at the old house, ex house I used to live in. I look up the ceiling, I would see faces, goals, like it was shaped like I don't know, like them ghosts with like bedsheet ghosts, but except it's like in the ceiling. When you look up, you see two eyeballs and a mouth, and you go in the shower, and the wallpaper it kind of looked like two eyeballs and a mouth looking at you. Yeah, it was pretty creepy. I had that similar experience as well. Yeah, that I don't want to experience again. But since here, I don't experience that type of that perspective, seeing faces anymore. Ever since ordaining or not in that house anymore. But yeah, that's something I really I like yeah, I actually know what kind of what you're talking about, that perspective, which is yeah, that's pretty scary. Let's go to Tinette number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
Unit number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf. Yeah, when it comes to seeing things in the physical world, I've never been able to see anything. I've never seen I don't know, spirit or ghost or anything like in terms of like when I've got my eyes open and I'm looking around in the world. I've never been able to do that. I mean, I used to even try to do that back 20 years ago or something, and I was never good at it. I never could see anything. Then on the other hand, I was going to say that's about, I mean, apart from dreams and things, there's not really much. But then again, I was realized that sometimes when I have done it's like more like a D6 vision, like is like, for example, say I do like a sphere of protection around myself, and then I ask the say I do the Sam Ching Tai Ching Palace, and I get the gold fire, and then I convert it into 10 swords that are spinning around me, like as protection. That I can kind of starting to see those things a bit better now. Like I guess my imagination is improving. But I think as Sejuan has mentioned before, when you do that kind of thing, there's sometimes you get like a resistance to it, and then you're kind of sensing something that's there. And even though I'm not really actively generating it, there's something there, kind of. So that's the kind of vision I kind of am starting to get, where there's like, there's some E-crap there, and those swords are doing something. So I'll focus the spin, in that particular spot, and then it'll dissolve whatever's there, and then it'll go back to normal again. That kind of sensing, I guess, is what I'm a little bit better at now than I was. I wouldn't really call it ghosts though, but who knows? Maybe Sejuan has more to say about it later. Tinette number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
Yes, I actually kind of know what you're talking about with something I tried before, but I can't like really see everything. Like for example, I can like see myself when I try to flame up my hand in the D6. I can actually do that, but I can't form every single color like at will. Like I try to, but I don't see it. I don't think every single color is cultivated, but so far I can I can flame up like my hand. I can see some of my weapons, some like that. But yeah, that's something I need to work on myself. But probably I want to try purple and red for now. I'll try get see if but yeah, sometimes I can feel things in the D6. Like I know it's kind of there, but somehow it's can't really see it. But yeah, that's where I kind of struggle with. But I'm working on it. But let's see. Let's go to Tinette number 2, Golf Echo India.
Tinyat number 2, Golf Echo India. Hi everyone, Sijang Kijang. Um, yeah, I guess I'm kind of with Sheng Hong on this one. I don't really see stuff. I'm pretty good at the D6 stuff actually. Like we're doing colors or doing Qigong, that stuff's no problem. Um, but yeah, when I was a teenager screwing around with the neo-paganism stuff, I could definitely see, quote unquote auras, whatever that is, the colored haze around people. Um, different colors, different sort of shapes and movements. Um, but I don't really know what that was. There's a lot of disagreement about what an aura is and what it's supposed to look like. So, um, but well, and I guess when I was little, I used to wake my parents up talking about seeing people who they recognized as dead people. Um, but I don't remember that. Um, and then I guess there may have been some other stuff, but I've always lived. I grew up in a really creaky old farmhouse with a bunch of cats around, so it was always easy to attribute things to other things. Maybe I just have a really difficult time distinguishing between paranormal and normal. I have to think about that. Danielle number 2, Golf Echo India.
The aura thing. I can kind of relate. I don't know if this is like a scientific thing or is it like supposed to be a regular thing that like kind of like everybody sees, or I don't know, or maybe it's just my eyes is messed up. But the thing is, somehow like before it was worse. It was really worse before. Like I would drive at night or in the morning, and you know how the yellow lanes, the yellow lines on the lanes, uh, somehow when I look at it, and then it would glow like purple aura, or when I look at something yellow, somehow I kept seeing like after that like kind of bluish, yeah, yellow. Like after I look my eyes away, I kind of see that. Or when I'm looking at something red, for some reason, I can see like thing is glowing like green, and when I look at something green, it's like glowing red. I don't know why. I don't know. Is it like a normal thing, or the soul is kind of messed up? But I had that issue before. Now I can still kind of have that issue, but it's not like as intense. Like I'm not like when I'm looking at the highway, I look at these yellow lines. I don't see that purple anymore. Like that went away. But sometime when I see red, I kind of see somehow like a red food paper. Uh, After I look away, like I with my eyes open, I can physically see like a green outline type of thing. It's kind of like you look at a light bulb for so long, and then you look away, then you see kind of like a after effect, kind of like that. So I was kind of wondering, maybe something wrong with the soul is not strong enough. That's why seeing stuff, but I don't know. Maybe Sajong can explain why people see auras and stuff like that, or maybe it's just their soul is weak. But yeah, Tinyat number 2, Delta November Golf.
Tinyat number 2, Delta November Golf. Greeting everyone on the net. Jajang Gijang. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Before I joined the lineage, yeah, it's definitely got like a lot of sleep paralysis, and then like a night terror, like maybe watching too much horror movie, right? And yes, my movie is just horror movie before, like I don't kind of like a most of romantic one, and it's most of it's like a horror because I used to have a fear, right, with all these kind of things. So I just like, okay, I'm facing my fear. I'm trying to, fix it, something. But it's getting better. Before it's the ghost chasing me down. So right now in the dream, I chasing the ghost down. So it's kind of like reverse. And after the join the lineage, I think it's I kind of like seeing like most of the it's a ghost, but it's sometimes you met a lot of people like a customer, right? And I think that kind of their ghosts pop out, or sometimes it's if there's a sickness in their body or like that, it's like a really black and greenish, like dark, like that in the some of the area in the body like that. So yeah, and I think it's I think since I, because usually when I do the meditation and then do all the heart spell, uh, like morning before I get up from to the restaurant, before I go to the restaurant, I think I meditate like a golden light for protection like that, seeing like a bright lights, and then that bright light is move into my body and then covering all my body, with the white light, golden light like that. So yeah, I think that's helped a lot. Most of the time is I think it's a positive and happy and uplifting. Yeah, that's what I feel. So back to you, Net Controller. Team yet number 2, Delta November Golf.
Yeah, I can see you're cleansing yourself every day. Yeah, that's a really good thing to do. Keeping up with spiritual hygiene. Horror movies. Me myself. Yeah, I play a lot of horror games, and especially the like Resident Evil series, Last of Us, like zombies, or just. And I also watch. I don't watch horror movies too often, but I used to, but not anymore. Uh, yeah, I was kind of wondering, like, like if you watch a lot of that, I don't think it's good for you. I guess if you do it with the right intention, um, like I don't know, like nowadays when I watch a horror movie, they're like, that's not how things happen in real life. Like in reality, that can't happen. So it doesn't really scare me anymore. Like I know, hey, I know that's fake. That can't happen in like the real in the real world. Um, yeah, I think so far I watched just a couple weeks ago. I don't remember, is the Conjuring or Annabelle. I can't remember. I think it was the Conjuring. Um, yeah, I realized like if I'm watching a horror movie, if I'm watching by myself, it doesn't feel good at all. It doesn't feel fun. But if watching somebody with somebody else, then yeah, it feels much better. Uh, I guess each time you watch a horror movie, I guess I should jinx myself as well. Um, let's go to Tinyat number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf. Tinyat number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf. Okay, looks like he got disconnected or something. So I'll pass the mic to Sajon, Tinyat number 9, Yankee Uniform Echo.
Hi, Lei, and everyone on the net. This is Tinga number 9, Yankee Uniform Echo. I heard you guys talking about like seeing an outline, right? Especially like talk about the yellow lane and the red full paper. That is a D8 problem and also a D7 problem. Um, well, if you go for a checkup, the eye doctor might be able to tell you something, but it's not that problem. So it has to do them. It has something to do with your physical eyes. They will say, okay, some broad issue, but it is not. So that is the symptom of like what surface, but what the exact problem is with that is that your energy body has a leak. It's leaking. So the light are leaking over and distorted. So it's like you're seeing things in D8. At the same time, some of the light from D6 is overlapping things, and it's not really that. Like you're not seeing exactly what's in D6, but it's just that thing is distorting your D8 vision and making it look like that. When I was a child, like a baby, like well, not really baby, but maybe yeah, like 3 years old, like that 3, 4, 5 years old. Um, I was in Hong Kong and I have these issues too. Um, well, I was born with like a lot of problems because actually I was not really like born as in like the mother push you out. It was more like they have to cut open the mom's a body and take me out, and the reason is they found out that I was like having a sister beside me inside that body, and the sister was dead for months, like months, dead, laying beside me, and they didn't realize that the sister is actually dead, and all that crap, like the virus, come over and contaminated over, and it affected my eyes, my vision, my hearing, and everything. It got very bad, and I almost died. They have to like keep doing like needles stuff on me for like months to keep me alive, to see if I can actually survive and you know keep going. So apparently I was okay, and that didn't make my ex-mom happy because she was the one that is drinking a lot of abortion herbal tea, trying to get rid of me and keep the sister. And turned out it went the other way, so she was not happy. But anyway, um, so when I was like 3, 4 years old, the biological father passed away, and by then I can see a lot of things. Like I can actually see people walking in and out through the walls and through the doors and stuff like that, and they're like black silhouette like figures and walking through the hallway, and I can see a lot of like laser looking light. They make patterns. Sometimes it's like a pool of laser light. It's like water, a pool of water, but it's in the air and it's laser. It's not like normal water. It's like a laser light. The whole thing is like neon, and you can see like patterns of swirls, circles, lines, and all kinds of weird stuff with those colors. Especially like when you walk into a more like dim environment, and I can also go around the neighborhood and I can see those like laser looking neon color things on top of the roof, like the roof of houses and buildings, and it's very vivid. So yeah, I see a lot of things back then because I was like totally broken, right? Like I was born like very broken, and so it was very bad. But as I grew up and I started doing kung fu and all that, right, and everything just stops. So when your health, like your soul energy, your neutral soul and such is down, these things will happen more likely because your leak, like the actual problem, shows up again because the foundation is getting weaker. But as you heal up that foundation with your catting and such, you get better and better, and you don't see those stuff anymore. So it is not a thing to look for or hope for. It's not a good thing. It's actually like it's a defect, right? It's not even seeing real shit. the real D6, you can see it only when you're like eyes closed and not eyes open. So if you're like having your eyes open and you see things, it's not ye crap. It's basically some illusion stuff. Also, to mention that the 8K house, I mean, like if I'm locally there, I would be happy to go there and just open an altar and see what happened. Right? The thing is, you got to understand that ye crap are in D6. They don't get stuck inside a room if they're real. So, hey, they're not supposed to just stay inside. They're supposed to go all over the place, and they have no like distance. Like you can be hiding in a room and they just flash and then they appear next to your bed. Like it can happen like that. So I don't get like why the stuff is all there, like inside the basement. So the only explanation is they are actually trapped inside some objects in the basement, and so they cannot actually get out. And you guys are only sensing their presence, and yet they can't even do anything. Like they are trapped inside an object. So most likely it's something that the 8K had before and kept inside the house. If I was there, I would just like, you open the altar, tanks, and then make them suffer. The more God you put inside the place, the more they feel like it's a hell, because you're putting in so much of that pre-heaven powers inside the same location as them. They feel like they just walked into an orphan, and it will be very hard for them. So yeah, there's nothing to be scared of. Like that AK house, you make it sound so scary, but it's actually like they are more scared of you than you scared of them. Think about it. Like if they are actually acting up and trying to mess with you, you can actually kill them. Like you do have all the tools and power to kill them, right? So what's the matter? Like why so scared? Like there's nothing to be scared of. So yeah. Sometimes I would only say like you guys are lacking experience. So you're kind of scared of the things that happen. When you're like me, you should be afraid of nothing. You would be more afraid of human, like actual car thieves or burglars, compared to these. Like these are nothing for us. They're supposed to be not scary. Yeah. So, one more tip before I go. Everyone, remember to learn in the Tin Yat Palace. I posted the Jing Tin Day magic, right? When you Jing Tin Day around, you're marking the area to be yours, so that your God knows, okay, this is my area. We have to clear everything out, right? So if you don't Jing Tin Day the area that you stay, it's like you didn't mark your territory and you allow things to come in. Back to the controller.
Yes, Sir John. Yeah. When we was at the AK house, yeah, it felt pretty uncomfortable. Like it's hard to go to sleep. Yeah, it like you just sense too many stuff. I wouldn't say it kept you kind of like paranoid in a way. Like damn, like I can't, like I'm trying to go to sleep, but all these are bothering me. Yeah, but now that I know, it kind of reminds me that one time we was at the park doing July 4th. It was pitch black, like, and then like I was sensing a bunch of stuff, like something's watching us, like in the dark and stuff. So yeah, it didn't feel comfortable at all. And I was like, you sure you want to eat here? There's a lot of E. Like, yeah, let's do it. That's the whole. She was like, this is the whole point, and I forgot what she said, but yeah. I turned on the lights on the car, the headlights. Uh, I did a sun moon faji on it, and then I marked a circle around. I drew a circle around the territory of where we was eating, and then that's like then I formed like a dome around that circle, and then yeah, all that feeling went away. Like we didn't had it no more. So that was pretty crazy. Like I like damn, I feel good now. But yeah, that was kind of like our experience when we went outside. Like damn, we just went outside just to the park. There's a lot of egret. But yeah, but look at the time. It's 9:12 p.m. Toronto time. This is Tin Yat number 4, Lima Echo India, concluding tonight's net, and we will see you tomorrow. TY4 Lima Echo India, clear.
TY2 GAP, clear.
Kenya number 3, Whiskey November Golf.
Ticket number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha is clear.
Tinyat number 2, Golf Echo India, clear.
Tinyat number 2, Delta November Golf is clear.
Kenya number 9, Yankee Uniform Echo, clear.
Tinyat number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf, clear.